Let's go. Let's move forward to our first interview. Congressman Ronnie Ong, ang probinsyano party list. Congressman, good morning to you.
Ito, kumusta po kayo? Morning.
Okay. Okay, good to see you, Congressman. Looking good this morning, and mukhang you are one of the few people I can actually say is advanced thinking kasi nag-push ka nitong vaccine passport in Congress. Now, could you explain to our viewers what your idea is? What will this vaccine passport be? And what is it supposed to achieve? And what benefits are there in having a vaccine passport?
Okay, actually we filed House Bill 8280 as early as a month and a half ago, or probably 2 months ago. Matagal na po natin na-file to. It's called the vaccine passport, and it's somehow to help the Filipinos. Pag every time ma-vaccinated na tayo, magkakaroon na tayo sarili natin passport or vaccination ID. Actually, right now, meron na ho nilalabas na mga vaccine certificates or documents sa mga different LGUs, which we are trying to avoid. Dapat sana just one passport for everyone. Mm-hmm. And alam naman natin kung gaano kagaling din naman ang mga Pilipino. Ang kinakatakutan kasi natin, eventually, baka maglabasan na rin yung mga peke. Mm-hmm. And which been happening with regard to medical certificates. Alam naman natin, weeks ago or several weeks ago, nagkaroon na ho ng problema sa Boracay, also sa City of Manila. May na-raid si Mayor Isko sa recto ng mga fake na medical certificates. And most importantly, for this vaccination passport, we are asking na may kasamang IATA approval, which is International Air Travel Authority. Para maging para approve ho siya worldwide, of course, and also meron din approval ng WHO. Kasi we're looking long term, nakasama na ho yung travel abroad and of course domestic, and I'm happy that you will be interviewing Secretary Romulo regarding this. Sana ma-push din ho ito ni Secretary Romulo. Kasi isa sa tayo sa bansa na pinakamaraming OFW, so that we can also help our OFW to somehow normalize their travel back to the Philippines. Kaya importante ho yung vaccine passport na to magkaroon ng IATA approval, which I think Singapore is also trying to do right now.
Okay, now, you said you filed this 2 months ago.
Yes.
One would imagine, because yung mga create bill, yung mga subsidy bill, etc., anything to do with the pandemic, the war against COVID, was fast-tracked by Congress in a matter of a week or two. Now, the passport, the vaccine passport, was expected as SOP. Kumbaga, no, dapat naka-ready na yan. Pag nasaksak ka na ng bakuna, dapat, ayan na, meron ka ng certificate, may ID ka na, punta ka doon sa booth, magpa-photo me ka. Diba? What caused the delay, or why is this not yet on the table as a finished product?
Actually, we're also making follow-ups with regard to that, to the committee. And we were promised naman by Speaker Lord Velasco that it will be tackled soon sa committee level. And I think we're also happy na si Senator Grace po has also filed similar bill sa Senate and also waiting for, I think, for committee hearing. But again, sana maging priority na to. And we also been reaching out to Secretary Galvez, pero hindi po tayo masyadong pinapansin with regard to this. Kasi pwede naman to maging executive order by Malacanang or by Secretary Galvez na pwede na nilang simulan pag-aralan tong vaccine passport even without a law.
Okay.
So sana, as we are talking, mapag-usapan ulit to ng ni vaccine SAR natin na important talaga tong vaccine passport, especially for a country like ours na marami ho tayong mga OFW.
Well, also because also because kasi kahapon napag-usapan nga namin yung aspect ng tourism, and that's why we asked for Secretary Bernard to join us this morning. Na sabi ni Secretary Mon Lopez, talagang patay yung tourism industry natin. Bagsak talaga, babangon na lang, nasuntok pa ulit. Now, the vaccine passport, even as late, as early as last year, it was already being talked about and said that with this vaccine passport, you can do away with all of the triage, mandatory quarantine, RT-PCR testing every time you want to go anywhere in the Philippines. Kahit hindi muna tayo makabiyahe abroad, at least mababawasan na yung restricted movement ng mga Filipino who need to go around in the country kung nabakunahan na sila. So, who are the champions of the vaccine passport in Congress aside from you?
I think I've also spoken to Speaker Lord Velasco, and he is also pushing for this. And some of the other kongs na andun po, nagko-follow up din naman for we'll see. And starting Monday, we'll make another follow-up on this bill. Sana ho ma-tackle na sa committee. But in the meantime, again, Kuya Cito, pwede naman pag-usapan na kaagad yan sa executive department eh. That's which we are sad. Just like our IATF, iba-ibang rules. Pwede naman i-synchronize to eh. Like what's happening right now, different LGUs are issuing different kinds of document with regard to sino yung mga na-vaccinated na.
Yung contact tracing,
yes.
kanya-kanyang app. Yung
yes.
quarantine border control, kanya-kanyang design.
Yes. And it's sad. It's sad kasi meron na nga tayo National Task Force, meron tayong IATF. So saan po yun? Di po nila pwede i-synchronize everything in just one. Alam naman natin kayang gawin yan kung gugustuhin eh. Just like again, yung rules natin for traveling, different LGUs have different guidelines, different rules. Even with regard to quarantine, may iba 14 days, may iba 21 days.
Well,
ang gulo po.
Yeah, if you expand the perspective, if you expand it, you have the national ID. Iisang tao pa lang merong national ID sa Pilipinas, yung presidente, si Rodrigo Duterte. Ako,
yes,
meron akong national ID pero not valid anywhere in the Philippines kasi sample ID lang ng PSA ba yun or National Printing Office. Anyway, Congressman, we'll go for a quick break. When we come back, pag-usapan natin yung sinasabi mong integrated ID kasi maraming senior citizens din na nagsasabi, and I already suggested that about 2 years ago na kung pwede, gumawa na lang ng ID na may chip para yung mga senior citizen, walang dalang senior citizen card, walang dalang medical booklet, agricultural store booklet, etc. We'll go for a quick break. When we return, let's discuss all the other issues on this passport here on Agenda.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome back to the program Agenda. Lilinawin ko lang po. Let me just make this clear, okay? According to what the Team Agenda sent me, Sinopharm, okay, was the brand of vaccine that was used by the Presidential Security Group o security guard. Hindi ko na rin alam kung group. Dati group yan eh. May iba sinasabi security guard. Anyway, Sinopharm po, PSG. Okay. Sinovac, yun po yung the rest of the Philippines. Okay. Ang lumalabas na napeke yung Sinopharm. So, yung ginamit ng PSG and yung lumalabas na peke is the one and the same name. Now, ang hindi lang masabi kung yung PSG ba na peke o yung Sinopharm pineke. Okay, lumalabas na peke dito sa Pilipinas. Hilo na ba kayo? Hiluhin ko pa kayo. Okay, let's go back to our Congressman Ronnie Ong sa nakakahilong sitwasyon regarding vaccination and kanya-kanyang ugali in the Philippines. So, Kong Ronnie, you're pushing for vaccine passport. Now, when you mentioned passport, the first thing I remembered was how 20 years ago, I mean, to the credit of the DFA, no, Department of Foreign Affairs, 20, maybe even 10 years ago, ang daling mapeke ng Philippine passport. And because madaling mapeke yung mga Philippine passport, sinabihan na nung ilang Philippine government officials, yung mga ambassadors, hindi na namin talaga makontrol. Kayo na ang mag-control at your border. Higpitan nyo na yung mga travel requirements into your countries until we were able to modernize our Philippine passports. Now, given that situation na napakagaling mameke dito sa Pilipinas, what controls or who is supposed to print this or make this? Ano ba ito? Courtesy of the National Printing Office again, etc. o private sector na naman?
Actually, with the technology that we have right now, hindi na natin kailangan ng hard copy. Pwede na ho sa mga smartphones natin, just like our QR codes, pwede na hong ganun hong sistema. Kasi nga, we have the technology right now. It's just a matter of tapping it and using it.
Oh, okay.
Meron na po tayo ng mga nakitang mga sistema na ganun po.
Okay, pasensya ka na kung Ronnie, malaki ang agwat natin ng edad. So ako, nagbo-ballpen at calculator pa, ikaw a smartphone na lang. So, well, that's correct. Because in Pasig, pwede ka mag-QR code, etc.
Saka, Kuya Cito, ang kagandahan kasi nun, yung buong medical history, pwede na isama dun sa sistema, sa system. At the same time, pag-check ng tao, pag chinek mo, malalaman mo na kailan ka nagpa-swab test, kailan ka nagpa-antigen, nag-PCR test. Pwede na ho. So ngayon, hindi na pwedeng basta-basta dayain. Kasi may sistema naman at
yeah, not only yung tungkol sa pamemeke ang ma-address, you are making a very valuable point here. Because of the vaccine requirements and the passport, you can carry your medical history.
Yes,
so sir. Like I am a senior citizen, all I need to do is go to Mercury or Watson or South Star or a generic drug. Ayan, iscan nyo na lang. Ayan, nandiyan yung mga reseta na binigay ng doktor. Ito yung aking medical history. In case of an emergency that I collapse, God forbid, biglang titingnan lang yung cellphone. Sigurado may QR code yan. Makikita na kagad kung ano yung blood type mo, etc. That's a great idea, Congressman Ronnie Ong.
Actually, during this pandemic time, kung kailan tayo last time nagpa-PCR or nagpa-test, andun na ho lahat. So when you're going to travel, even for domestic travel, hindi na ho kailangan yung kay dami natin requirements na hingin. Papakita mo lang yung smartphone mo, yung sistema na may vaccine passport ka, lalabas na dun pag skinan, kailan ka last time na pag-swab test, kailan ka last time na vaccinated, I mean. So everything is already there. You don't have to go through all the different certificates that you have to procure.
Okay, now the team is asking para yung mga tiga-Malacanang maintindihan yung sinasabi mo, how is it possible for President Duterte to issue an executive order? Paano yung kailangan gawin ng Malacanang imbis na hintayin yung batas na pinupush mo, Congressman Ong?
Actually, just like what we're doing right now po, local governments are already issuing documents with regard kung whenever you're vaccinated, when you're vaccinated, bibigyan ka na kayo ng isang piece of paper nakalagay doon kailan ka na vaccinate. But this time, we can actually make it into digital form for everyone. And Secretary Galvez can always do this together probably with the DICT para yung technology na gagamitin is updated, hindi na yun mabilis dayain, mabilis pekein. Para kung mabilis, pwede nung ayusin. Just like, sabi nga nyo, what's happening in Pasig right now, sila nga meron na sila sariling mga QR code, Quezon City meron na rin po, and even some other malls, Ayala malls, meron na yung sarili nila mga QR code. Ba't di na lang po natin gawin isa para ma-organize ang lahat?
Okay, last minute, Congressman Ong, merong point yung sinabi ng World Health Organization that it may lead, this vaccine passport may lead to discrimination. Ano ang reaction mo dyan? And on the other side naman, sabi naman ng CEO ng Qatar, sabi ng mga heads ng ilang mga tawag nito, ilang mga travel organizations that IATA should control this screening or should be one of the lead bodies in this design of the vaccine passport. First, the discrimination issue.
I don't think there'll be discrimination just like what's happening right now in reality ng buhay ngayon. If you choose not to be vaccinated, that is really your choice. But at least those who will be vaccinated, hindi naman sila madi-discriminate dahil meron mga papeles or mga documentation that might come out na hindi real or fake. At least mahihiwalay na po natin yung legit and illegitimate. Kasi alam naman natin, it's very hard. If iba-ibang LGU will come out with different kinds of documents, mas magulo po. And eventually, we are gearing towards somehow, some way of normal. Pag magkakaroon ho ng kunting normal yung buhay natin, kasi ang hirap po talaga, especially for traveling.
Okay, well, I encourage you, Congressman Ong, keep on pushing, kulitan to the max, because what you are proposing and the way we have discussed it this morning, kasi laging national ID, passport this, passport that, tsaka senior citizen this, senior citizen list, maganda po ito. At yung DOST, alam ko, pinag-usapan na nila yung proposal na isang card lang with the chip para renewable. Ikaw, sabi mo, QR code. Kung ano man yung produkto, that will be a vital instrument for documentation. Thank you very much, Congressman.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy day po and happy weekend for everyone po. Thank you.
Okay. Yan po, si Congressman Ronnie Ong, ang probinsyano party list. Kasi baka akala naman ninyo, porque party list walang binatbat. Ayan po, yung ang probinsyano. Hindi lang yung TV ang magaling, pati yung party list rep magaling. Kasi it integrates everything. May emergency, pindutin lang yung telepono mo. May code, ito na, access to QR code, medical history. O sige, kailangan blood type. Vaccine, biyahe, o vaccinated, etc. Okay.